Hello and welcome to Intern Insights. I'm Dr. Bruce Finkley. I'm the internship coordinator for mass communication here at the University of Montevallo. Internships provide our students with valuable real-world experience, and this show highlights where our students intern and what they're learning there. Joining me on this episode is Kendall Messer, who interned with Revocation Radio. Kendall, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me today.
So I want to start off with talking about just what was a typical day like for you at your internship?
A typical day, I would get up and drive in the morning rush hour to Irondale to the radio station, and I would be on the morning show every morning that I was down there. I would bring in an intern segment, so anything that kind of just pertained to my life that I thought was funny. It was very lighthearted down there. It was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot.
So what were some of the responsibilities that you had as an intern at the radio station?
Responsibilities, I was kind of in charge of myself, so it was a
It's
little bit
always
weird.
fun to be your own boss, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So I did video work for them. I was coming in a time where they were looking to get their message out a little bit more and looking for more connections with college-age students. So I was kind of their in at the moment. I did a lot of thinking. That's a responsibility. But so I planned my own videos, and I would talk to them and just kind of learn the ropes.
Okay. So you talk about that they're trying to reach college students. What are some things that you saw connecting at your internship from what you've learned here on campus? Because we don't have a whole lot of radio here at Montevallo, so how was that going to a radio station for your internship?
It was really different, a lot different than anything I thought I would be doing. I didn't really have any expectations when I went in there, but I could connect terms that I'd learned and just computer knowledge. Like they use Adobe Audition to edit and do their commercials on. I'd used my commercial writing skills that I've learned in Dr. Scott's class, and then I started media management this semester, and I'm seeing terms that I learned in the station crossing over.
Awesome. And that's one of the great things about an internship is seeing, because we can talk about things in a classroom until we're blue in the face, but until you see them connect in the real world, it's just knowledge. And it's once you're able to see it in action is when it becomes really a part of what you can do as a mass comm major. So, internships are full of challenges and successes. What did you find most challenging about your internship at Revocation Radio?
Most challenging, I shot a natural sound video for them to kind of explain their message a little more. And with that, there comes a lot of B-roll. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find any B-roll. I got to looking around. I thought, wow, this is a great idea to get their message out there and get their faces out there, because you hear their voices all day long, but you don't know them as a person. And so I was looking for footage to cut between them talking to another person or another idea, and there was just nothing. You look around and you're thinking, what do you film? You film their door, where their sign is. You film things hanging on their wall. And it was just that, and making sure it's what they wanted was probably my greatest challenges.
So when you talk about, making sure it's what they wanted, how was that, knowing that you were doing real work in the real world for a real boss? Was that more daunting than, say, doing the same type of work here on campus?
It was a little more daunting because I was more concerned about, am I getting the right message across? They said, well, we conflicted each other in these statements. I had to go back and find those statements and realize what they said that conflicted and how I could remedy that. And it was just a matter of making sure I was doing what they wanted instead of just what I thought looked good.
Right. So what surprised you the most while you were there?
What surprised me the most, honestly, the whole radio operation surprised me, but there was a pretty big surprise towards the end of my internship. I got handed back off to be a liaison for a commercial, and I was handed back off to Dr. Cofield. So I was not expecting that at all, but it was a good learning curve because then I was no longer working with Dr. Cofield as a professor, but as a client. And that was just a really big surprise because instead of Dr. Cofield taking the lead, it was more of, well, you're in charge. Make sure the people we're recording know what you want, not what I want. And so that was That was a big surprise to
Yeah.
me.
That's got to be an interesting dynamic shift of, he normally gets to tell you what to do, and now he's, there's the client. Very, very different. So if someone else wanted to intern at Revocation Radio, what would be some of the advice that you would give them?
Go in with a tough skin. Those guys, they joke a lot, but they have a good time, and they really want to see you grow. So they're going to be tough on you, but it is in a joking kind of way sometimes. Don't be afraid to be on air, because the very first day I was there was a segment. I was on it. I was totally surprised. You go in with an open mind and willing to trust these people because they care about you. I kept every day I heard, well, what's going on with you? Are you okay? We care about you. You're not just our intern. Mm-hmm. So you have to go into it not just as an internship, but getting to know these people.
Yeah. And I think, the fact that they were asking you about that is a great thing, because that's been a huge discussion in the broadcasting industry and the news industry is self-care and emotional awareness. And so it's really awesome that they were checking in on you in a sense that way. So very, very cool. Well, if you are interested in being an intern here at the University of Montevallo, if you're a mass comm major, you have to be a junior or senior and have completed 15 hours in the major. You also have to have a 2.5 GPA. Our internship hours are variable. You can do anywhere between 1 and 6 hours of internship for credit, and we offer internship credit hours in fall, spring, and summer terms. And if you want more information, feel free to email me anytime at bfinkley@montevallo.edu, or you can drop by my office in Strong Hall. You can also learn more about Mass Comm internships on our website, montevallo.edu/MC, and click on internships. We keep that easy. If that's what you're looking for, click on that word. So that's all the time we have for this episode of Intern Insights. Kendall, thank you so much for being here and talking to us about your experience at Revocation Radio.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next time.